Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a 2-question quick tarot card reading. So your name and info will be confidential. I do have the name of the person we'd like to focus the energy on and see what comes up through the cards and from spirit. So this is kind of like a love tarot card reading, if anything. So let's clear out the energy first. And then we'll start shuffling and we will go over your questions. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. We ask spirit guides and angels to reveal to this client what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities through the cards, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from God's purest intention, God's white light, and that as I clear out the energy now, I protect my space, protect this home, and protect the energy itself in the reading. Thank you. Alright, so let's start shuffling here. I want to know if he is serious with his talk, or does he just want to be, sexual and lying about serious stuff. Okay, so you just basically want to know if he has true intentions, if he's speaking the truth. Let's tune into his energy. So I'm going to just focus on his name here and dive into it a little bit. Do a little bit of kind of just a 6-card spread here. Like to know if his intentions are true and what he wants to bring out of this. The cards kind of just jumped out, so that's good. I'm getting, let's see here. It's interesting because the first cards are talking about what kind of person he is, and then the rest of the cards are talking about you. So I'll shuffle again. But the first cards I have here is I do feel like he's a good communicator, so he's really good at talking and expressing himself in the ways that he can and telling you how he feels, and that, you're saying how he's getting intense right off the bat. He comes through as the King of Pentacles, so it does represent somebody that can be really strong, somebody that can, when they want something, they go after it. They can be very ambitious people, very motivated people, financially as well. They're like they have a hunger for money, that they want to make money and do good in money. So there's this strong, responsible person, I feel, in this like overview of what kind of guy he is, most definitely. It just shows here now, it focuses on you though. It says though, like, patience is needed with yourself. And then the card, which represents like it's not time, you're not ready. So it's kind of like I said in the last reading, that you need time to heal and recover. This card represents when it's like you're not ready to make things happen yet due to the fact that you had a lot of heartache, a lot of toxic relationships from the past, negative toxic relationships, and also like a lot of anxiety. So it's like you have a lot going on with yourself that yes, you can be lonely and lost, but it's like you're still not ready, and you're like your deep subconscious mind. It's kind of just a lonely thing, and also a feeling of um, feeling like you're fulfilling a certain part of you, I feel. But I'm going to really ask more about him because it's kind of talking about you, which is interesting. But it is saying that is he has good qualities. But I'm gonna see here if what he means is true to his um, words. We'll do the love card spread here. It's interesting because that ready card is coming through now for his part. So the overall outcome of this situation, the star card comes through. So it usually means like, oh, is this too good to be true? You know, is this um, like all this seems like it's great, but is it really true? You know, so there's a lot of like mystery behind it. It obviously shows that you've been lied to in your past. You don't trust people, a lot of loss. On his end, the cards show that he's very determined, but it's showing he's still not ready. Um, so I'm feeling like there's a certain part of him that he's not really being completely open about. So maybe he is saying those things to be sexual or to get through to that point faster. Um, but I feel like he's still not ready. Because this card came up again, which is what just came up earlier, which is interesting. But it came out now on his spread, so there's this feeling that he's probably not completely ready, um, and he's probably I don't feel he's a bad person. I feel like maybe he can exaggerate and he knows how to like really make things sound pretty, and I feel like he could be really emotional about things. So it's like you're saying it in the moment, but then later you change your mind, or later like you reanalyze it. I feel like he's a kind of person that analyzes things a lot, so he doesn't always mean what he says in those moments, especially if he's really emotional. So, but I feel like he's a good person. I just feel like I don't feel like he's really completely ready for that. Um, and if so, I feel like your guide is saying it wouldn't be a good idea because you need time to heal as you've gone through a lot. Alright, so let's ask the question again to confirm and get more detail out of this. We'd like to know about this person and his intentions in this relationship. So overall, I'm feeling like a no. I don't feel like his intentions are serious. I feel like he probably just wants to get sexual fast, and I feel like I feel like he enjoys you and enjoys your energy, and I feel like he wants a relationship to a degree, but then he's still not ready. So it's like I feel like, it would probably need more time. The only feeling I'm getting is your guides are saying that he's very determined. So his energy is very intense and he can get emotional pretty quickly. So the energy I'm getting is just don't rush it, your guides are saying. Um, and I feel like they're saying to like take your time with this. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like he's not really ready, but it's like he's convincing himself that he is, to get over something that he went through in the past. Um it's like he's just convincing himself that he is, but he really isn't. Do you know what I mean? It's like when people they they get out of a relationship and then they want to just jump into another one because they want to forget about the other relationship or forget about the pain they went through. That's what I'm feeling. And then I also feel like it's to get close to you, obviously, sexual. So it's like kind of be careful and don't rush into it. Your guides are saying, okay, don't rush into it because I feel like he'll be very determined, and you have to be careful with that. Men that are very like they like you said, intense. So just be careful with that. Um, very not forceful, but it's very like persuasive, like willing to make it happen. That's what I feel on his end, that he's willing to make it happen, and willing to make you fall for him or make you want him. I very much feel that. But your guides are saying don't rush into it. It seems like to me that he'll be a little bit wishy-washy at some point, so you got to be careful with that. And I feel like he can be too emotional about what he decides and what he wants. So it's like you got to be careful with that. Um, when people do things like without thinking, it's more they do it on their emotion. They're not thinking. That's what I feel like he's doing right now. Okay, I don't know if that makes any sense, but maybe it'll make sense later, and you can watch this video again a couple weeks from now or later on. Um, I'll pull out 3 more cards. The same cards came through, which is really funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't feel like he's for you. I don't feel like he's the one or anything like that. I don't feel that. I just feel like um he's for the moment. Truthfully, that's what I feel. And I feel like there's a lot of energy needed on your part where you need to dive deep within yourself and heal yourself a little bit before jumping into anything. That's what I feel like your guides are telling me. They don't want you to rush. So I very much hope I was able to bring you clarity, hun. I know I don't sugarcoat things. I try to be honest, so I try to say what you need to hear more than what you want to hear. I just feel like I don't feel like he's a bad person. I feel like he's actually, I feel like he's a good person. I just feel like, um, you can't, I don't feel like he's the type. Um, I don't feel like he's completely ready. I feel like he thinks more with his you know what, or his emotions more than realistically, and he's just jumping into it to avoid something that he went through in the past. That's what I'm feeling, and he's just saying whatever he's saying because I feel like he does feel like that about you, but he's not thinking. Like he's thinking irrationally. He's not thinking very into it. So, and you gotta be careful with that because people, when they do that, that means they can easily change their mind in a second. They can easily be like, oh, I don't want her anymore, or I don't want to do this anymore. So you got to be careful with people who make decisions very irrational or spontaneous like that. So lots of love, many blessings, and bye now.